Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are continuing on the story of Anastase, the Night Elf Hunter. So let's jump straight into it. If you have been following the story, you know we have completed Shadowglen, the first part in the Night Elf starting zone. We also got an owl called Bird. And we have cleared a lot of the quests in the area. We know there's a lot going on with the gnarlpine in the area. There's a corruption going through the forest. The Night Elves and the gnarlpine used to live together in harmony until this corruption came in. We met Foulhoof as well, who is a satyr. They are a race of bestial demons, usually sworn to the Burning Legion. They are created through the spreading of the ancient satyr curse, and they do not get on with the Night Elves. And they usually wouldn't even be here, as they only want to corrupt nature, and Night Elves are all about nature. So all these signs are telling us that something ain't right. And that's obviously the whole storyline of this starting area. It's introducing us to it all, and just to show us that this was once a peaceful and quiet place, but things are changing and things are getting corrupted. I'm going to speed up all these sections going forward where I am doing the actual quests, because who really wants to sit here and watch all these quests? So I'm going to go through all this tedious killing, but for you it will merely be a blink of the eye and it's going to be done. So I will see you in 3, 2, 1. Now, wasn't that a lot better? You got to miss all the tedious questing and you're still getting to see the good stuff. So up ahead, I have Lord Melanus to kill and this little guy as well. I'm sorry to you both. The Night Elves made me do it. I will say this guy has gotten the rougher end of the deal. I know I was already talking about him, but if you remember from the last episode, we turned Foulhoof into a frog. Now, sorry for any spoilers. If you want to watch it, I'll put it up here in the top right. But we did turn him into a frog with some poison. I was saying in the last video that he was very lucky that was all that was done to him. Because usually like this, the Night Elves kill them outright. Just like we did with Owled Melanus here. So Foulhoof is very lucky that did not happen to him. Perfect, so another quest to pick up. Let's do it. Oh, I do like her name. Moon Priestess Amara. The road to Darnassus. The road to Darnassus must be kept safe. Corrupted furblogs from the gnarlpine tribe have been attacking travellers relentlessly. Important news and commerce travels to and from Darnassus by way of this road daily. We cannot afford to have a rogue band of heathens terrorising people. Take up arms in the name of the sacred forest hunter. Their den lies up this northern path. Slay these gnarlpine ambushers and report back to me. For 20 silver, that is absolutely not a problem at all. Even though I don't know why ye can't do it. There is 3 of ye, and being honest, ye all look pretty badass and like ye could definitely handle it. However, it's on the way to my next quest anyway, so I may as well jump in and help them out. I have cleared the gnarlpine ambushers now, so all we have left is the main man himself. Never mind, he's in there. I thought that was him. Maybe that is his bodyguard, there to protect him, or like a bouncer at a nightclub. Grimaw is his name anyway. Well, it's not going to be for long. I'm afraid both of you are going to be taken out now at this stage. I'm sorry, it was just wrong place, wrong time for you. I don't like doing this, but I did level up. So now I am level 11. I still have to get the Riding ability as well. That'll be the next thing as soon as I can actually go and get it. Maybe I should have gotten it already, but I don't like going to the main city until I have all the quests done here. It's just one of those things. I don't like to leave until I have it finished. Oh, look, there. Oh, so we freed the druids of the Talon by killing Ursel. Those were, if I remember correctly, from the Banatil Burrow. That was built for the druids of Talon. It was like an area for them to rest, their kind of sanctuary. I am enjoying learning about the Night Elves and all the lore and the history. What I'm planning on doing with all of the starting areas is going through them just like this and reading through all of their quests in the starting zones. Because I'm learning so much by doing this, just about the Night Elves, I can only imagine what I'll learn about all the other races as well. There's actually races that I still don't think I've actually played at this stage. I don't think I've ever had a dwarf character, and I don't think I've ever actually really played the orcs now that I think about it either. I have probably tried each of them at one stage or another, but not have made it out of the starting area. Perfect, so we're back to herself now. You have served the good people of Dolinar and Anastase well, brave hunter. As a member of the Sential forces of Teldrassil, I salute your efforts. Thank you, Moon Priestess. I appreciate it. Nature's reprisal. Good. I know this probably wasn't very pleasant work, but we greatly appreciate it. I fear for our dear Teldrassil. It seems it is becoming more corrupt by the day, and our ignorance to the cause is plaguing me greatly. Me too. Me too. There is 100 quests completed. I'm not going to argue, but it definitely doesn't feel like it to me anyway. And then on to Swift Root, the satyr hater. Twisted hatred. Did you kill Lord Melanas yet? It is vital that he be taken care of quickly and quietly, Anastase. His continued existence is an embarrassment to us all. Oh, he's taken care of all right. With Lord Melanas laid to rest, I can finally move on to other matters. Thank you, Anastase. I like how he calls it laid to rest. Assassinated is probably a better word for it, but we'll go with the nice one. Oh, nice, and we got Mark of the Wild. So, versatility increased by 3%. I will not argue with that at all. And this is the last hand in, and this is Bear Mantle. So Ursel the Mauler. Anastase, you have proven yourself a most worthy and able hunter. A night elf who follows the path of honour as sure as you do is certain to find great glory in this world. Ursel's death brings safety to our once slumbering druids, but the source of his corruption yet remains within our forest. With time, I trust that you will find this evil and cleanse it for the sake of all of our people. You are destined for great things, young hunter. And we get a very nifty chest out of it. So let's complete that quest. And that's 1 gold and 43 silver. I'm just going to pick this and apply change. As soon as I can turn war mode on as well, I'm going to be turning it on. Not that I'm very good at PvP, but I do like the extra XP I'll get out of it. I might actually do some PvP as well in this series. I don't know if that's something that would interest people to watch PvP. You'll mostly just have videos of me panicking basically, and you'll see how terrible I am at PvP. So up next, we have Denalenzert. Are you heading to the south, to Lake Alamet? If so, then I have a task I might ask of you. My colleague Denalen has a camp along the eastern end of the lake, where he is studying and experimenting on the plant life of Teldrassil. He requested a package of rare earths from Darnassus. And it was late, only recently arriving here in Dolinar. Can you take the package to him? Why, yes, we can. That is not a problem. Because I am pretty sure that is the next in the quest line anyway. Ah, it's here. I have waited for this rare earth for quite some time. I hope it's still fresh. Thank you for bringing it to me, Anastase. You are a night elf who is generous with her time. Well, I do get paid for it. And I get some XP, so it's not exactly charity work. Now, let us place this rare earth in my planter. Okay. Thank you again, Anastase. The rare earth will be very helpful in my experiments. The creation of Teldrassil was a grand achievement. But now, the world must shift to regain its balance. The timberlings of Teldrassil are elemental of nature. In some ways, they reflect the natural order of plants and animals on our great tree. So, it is disturbing to see how angry the timberlings are, particularly considering that things should be healing. I want to help hunt down the source. I've been working on different methods of nurturing plants and would like to try them on the timberling seeds. Please, can you gather seeds from timberlings around Lake Almet and bring them to me? And yes, so for that we'll get forest mushroom cups and 71 silver. So we will accept. And then as well, timberling sprouts. Small timberlings are sprouted around the waters of Lake Almet. I'm afraid these sprouts are beyond help. We should try to clear them from the land before they grow large enough to cause trouble. When you're wandering the lake, if you see any timberling sprouts, please take them. Help keep our lands clean. And I just reached level 12. So still continuing on, I have all of the timberling seeds done, and I'm still just going with the timberling sprouts. So in, and we'll pick the next one. So every 25 focus you spend reduces. No harm in picking that one. It's nice to have healing spell of some kind, and especially it's better if I max that out as soon as I possibly can. So I'm going to go for that. Now wait till you see this. I'm going to zoom in here. I want to see, can we see this if I open it? Look at the face. Oh, it is so cute in its own little weird way. I'm going to keep doing it. Wait, let's see. It's like a cabbage. Oh no. You know what it looks like? A Brussels sprout. Let's see. Hey! Oh, and my favourites, the wisps. I just think they look so cool. Look at the face. Oh, I'm so easily amused. But I just love them for some reason and I don't know why. You got them. This is good. I'm hoping that careful study might lead me to understand where the timberling corruption stems from. I will plant these seeds in special soil I have prepared. I believe the seeds will sprout into timberlings who are much more docile. Perhaps later you can see the results. Now, I think I remember this quest, and from my memory, I don't think they're very docile. Anastase, can you take one of the seeds you brought me to my friend, Rielin Greenspire? He is a druid that resides at Wellspring Hovel, and when last we spoke, he revealed his interest in my work with the timberlings. He had some ideas himself, and he will appreciate a specimen seed to work with. Thank you, Anastase. I hope that, someday, you will get to see the fruits of my labour. You will find Wellspring Hovel along the road heading out of Dolinar on the way to Darnassus. That's a lot. I'm afraid they're spreading at a dangerous rate. I hope I can solve the riddle of what is tainting them. Thank you for your help, Anastase. The land is a cleaner place from your efforts. No problem at all. Thank you for the nice XP. I don't know why, but I thought he was going to plant them and they were going to sprout up and start trying to attack us. I just have that memory from a quest before. Oh, so glowing fruit. Hanging from beneath the fronds of this growing plant is a large round fruit. Denelin would want to study this fruit, you are certain. You found this on Teldrassil? Intriguing. This fruit is exotic. Perhaps its seeds were brought here from far off. Perhaps even as far as Azeroth. And there is something about this fruit. It seems to have reacted very strangely with the soil of Teldrassil. Thank you, Anastase. Now, if you excuse me, I must study this further. Oh yes! Here we go. Let's see how the seeds grow in my prepared soil. Let's see indeed. I could get ready to attack them, which I know is going to happen. I knew it! I knew I remembered this. I knew I wasn't going mad. Oh, so they are boglings? And they're so small and yet so deadly. Thanks, bird. And you don't have anything to say about anything that just happened? Nothing concerning about any of that? Not even a thank you? Okay, alright. I'll leave you to it then. Ah, a timberling seed. I wanted to try growing one of these to help Denelin with his studies. But I'm afraid I've discovered that a corruption has grown in many of the timberlings, and seeds from such creatures carry their parents' taint. They are beyond my talents to repair. Denelin is very skilled with things that grow. And he's there and all. I didn't even cop that was him. Oh well, that's good that he got there ahead of me. He must have been super fast to have done it. There is a malevolence growing in the timberlings. We are trying to find the source. But until we do, in order to keep Teldrassil safe, we must cut down the timberlings who are beyond help. Those that wander Wellspring Lake to the north are the most tainted. They must be removed. Destroy the timberlings you find there and gather the mossy tumours growing upon them. Bring the tumours to me so that they can be burnt. I will for 2 gold. I still can't believe though that this fella didn't even offer to give me a lift here, and he clearly got here so much quicker, so thanks for that. Okay, so these are the timberlings that are too far gone. I kind of feel a bit bad about this quest. Can you notice any difference with these ones to the last ones? I can't notice anything. I think they actually look the exact same, I'll be honest. Maybe these are slightly bigger or wider. I can't really tell. I'm not noticing any outward differences to them, because they were saying they're more tainted than the ones previous. There is something though I've noticed, and that is with the killing shot spell. So when I use it, the kind of waves come out of it. Oh, see, it did it. Yeah, when you actually look out for things, it's amazing how much detail actually goes into this game. And here's something else I spotted that I wanted to show you. Look at the flowers. I never noticed before that they are all 2D. They are done so well for me to have never actually noticed this before. So I know these are only silly little things that maybe I'm spotting that you might know, but it's just when I find them, I kind of just want to share them with you as well. Well done. These tumours are the symptoms of the Timberling's disease. They are filled with a poison that we must cleanse from our new land. I will dispose of these, thank you. And we are level 13. Woo! Okay. I know that is the most unenthusiastic woohoo ever. But I also don't want to be shouting into the microphone, so that's the most enthusiastic I can be about it. I figured it out. I had to rush here to find you. It's so simple, really. The corruption has spread from Timberling to Timberling, but there's one that is the source. Oakenscowl. He is being poisoned by the largest tumour I've ever seen. I will call it gargantuan even. Oakenscowl used to reside in a cave near my lake, but has since found his way to the nook to the northeast of here. Anastase, hunt down Oakenscowl and collect the tumour. Remove the source of the corruption from my home. So, I'm not calling anyone a liar, but I'm just saying. You were here before I went to the lake, so you didn't just rush here to find me. But we won't go into semantics. I will help you anyway. And here's the big guy now. Oh, and it looks like he has a limp. I'm going to make this quick. It never gets easier. I'm not going to lie, but these quests are super mean. I'm sorry. I never meant for this to happen. I hope you forgive me from the grave. I am going to harvest you though. And, oh, we got a peace bloom. So sorry again. I knew you were more than capable of ridding the lake of that horrible beast. Oh my god, that's so mean. It is a distressing situation. Oakenscowl was once a grand leader amongst his kind. But corruption does not discriminate between the lowly and the noble. The size of his tumour is quite disturbing. But I must study it to learn more about the disease that upsets the Timberling population. Thank you, Anastase. Thank you. So there we go. And there is one more quest for me to pick up, and it is back in Dolinar. So I'm going to sit back and get it. You must now visit the moonwell that rests under the borrows of the Oracle Tree far to the northwest, the first and most powerful of our wells. Its waters are said to possess the very essence of Elune's powers. Retrieve a vial of its waters and return to me. I will meet you at the crossroads in front of Darnassus when your task is complete. So, Moonlight Oracle? He talks about oracles. There's a lot of moonlight. Need I say more? I will say though, none of this was planned whatsoever. It's a weird coincidence. But it's kinda nice as well. I feel a bit more akin with the Night Elves now. Okay, so I'm not saying things are getting weird, but things are getting weird. Look where we are up in the top right. The Oracle Glades. It's just getting a bit weird now. Clearly I chose the right place. And here are some of my favourite wisps. I love a good wisp. My little friends. Let's get into the water and we'll find out what's going on here. Hello, my friend. So over time, Staghelm only grew more disconnected from our people. Some pose that he blames us, his people, for the loss of his son, long ago during the War of the Shifting Suns. Others cite rumours of his escalation conflict with Tiandra Whisperwind, the shining light of our people, our leader in Darnassus. But many druids of the Cenarian Circle stand firm that he wants only what is best for all of the Kaldori and serve him unerringly towards the end. Vandrel Staghelm carries the burden of our sins and our follies, and in so doing so, deserves the respect of us all. That goes so super quick. I tried to read it as fast as I could, but I could not keep up at all with that. It just goes so super quick, so I had to keep reading it over the left-hand side. The Enchanted Glade. I was dispatched with a small group of Centials here to protect the Oracle Tree from the harpies that have made nests all around the glade. Little by little, we are trying to push them back. When the Oracle Tree attempted to send a runner to Darnassus with a report, the messenger was attacked and killed by a group of the harpies. If you feel up to the task, go to their nests, slay them, and return their belts to me as proof of your deed. Okay, so kill some birds? You didn't hear anything, bird. Don't worry about it. We're definitely not killing anyone. Tears of the Moon. Lady Satra was once beloved of Elune. Graceful and pure, the spider spun her silver threads through the moonlight, catching the evening mist. The silvery dew had strong healing powers and was kept at the nearby temple. But of late, Satra has descended into madness. Her future generations are now threatened as well. Find Lady Satra, Anastase, and end her suffering. She dwells northeast of here, near the river. Gather her silvery spinets and bring them back to me. So, we're just murdering right, left and centre at this stage. No ifs or buts about it. But for this episode, we are finished. So in the next episode, we will continue on finishing the quest line and we will make our way into Darnassus. From there, we will continue on to the mainland. If you liked this video, maybe give it a like and a subscribe. And if you would like to see more of these videos, I will put a playlist in the top right here. But as always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching this video. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!